Welcome to Excel 103. We've got a lot of exciting stuff for you. From the title picture here, you can see that we are going to be working on a grade book. We're going to show you some neat formatting techniques like turning the text diagonally. We're going to do some weighted grading. I've seen that in the forums. A lot of people want to know how to do that. We're going to review some different kind of conditional formatting. We're going to convert grades to letter grades. We're going to do a lot of neat stuff in this assignment. So I want to jump right in as fast as possible. You can look through and see all the concepts that we're going to cover, all the nerdy vocabulary. Our first step is going to be just setting up our worksheet. So let's jump right into Excel and do that. Make it easier for you to read, I'm going to go up here and change the zoom a little bit larger just so that you can see what I'm doing no matter what level of zoom you're watching this video. I'm going to start out by naming my columns. I'm going to have my student first and last name here running down the A and B column, and across the number 2 row I'm going to have some dates for our assignments. Now I'm going to add some dates based on the picture. I'm not so much picky that you use the exact same assignments that I did, but it is going to be important to make sure you have a variety of assignments since we are going to have some daily grades and some quiz grades and some test grades. So I'm going to fill in the blanks here with some assignments. You are more than welcome to use the ones I have, or you can be creative with your own. Just be sure at the very least you do have some daily grades, some quiz grades, and some test grades. More than one of each preferably. If you've done one of our previous courses, you'll know that I'm using the Tab key to jump from one box to the next. You could also use the arrow keys. Now in the last column here, under column M, I'm going to add a column just to hold the general average. We're going to start out with a basic average before we get more complicated. And I'm going to make a column to hold the converted letter grade. We're going to convert that average to a letter grade. I'm going to use my arrow keys to move back to the beginning, and we're going to fill in some example students using some of my favorite celebrities. Okay, our last step in this first little section is to add some dates for our assignments. Now, I'm going to be a little idealistic here and assume that we have one assignment that we're going to grade for each day. I'm going to use September 15th. We're going to say that we've gotten a little bit into the school year here. And I'm going to put 9/15. And when I tab away, you'll notice it changes the format to 15-September. I'm going to actually stick with that format, but if you wanted to change it, you could click on that cell and go to Format Cells. And under Date, they have different ways you could make it look. You could change it to the full date, the month and the day, the month, day, and the 2-digit year. They have lots of formats. You can see that I have used this format. You're welcome to use any format you want, but let me caution you, we're going to be putting in grades here, and we're going to try to make this column as skinny as we can so that we don't have to scroll left and right. So I'm trying to use one of the shorter date formats. You could probably get away with using this one as well. It's totally up to you. We're going to give you a lot of choices, a lot of student voice and choice in this little project that we're making. That's up to you. If you want to get really tricky, you can go down here to custom and actually specify all the way down to AM and PM and how many letters you want in the month. You can get really specific if you want. I'm just going to keep it as a simple date format. Now, I don't want to type that in because I'm lazy, so I would normally try to just drag this across by grabbing that bottom right corner. Notice when I hover over it, it goes from white to black. Then I can click and drag. I could drag that across to all my assignments. The only problem here is, I know from looking it up, September the 15th for 2014 at least is a Monday. Then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a Saturday though, so that's not very helpful. So I'm going to go back and undo that. What I'm going to do instead is, as that one's selected, I'm going to go out here to my last assignment. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click right under my last assignment, so I've selected that entire area. I'm going to go to Edit, Fill, Series, and it's going to let me fill in a series of dates in the way that I want. Now we are in a row, so we're going to put the series in a row. We are choosing dates, and I want to have only weekdays because I'm not going to take grades on Saturday and Sunday. Step value we'll leave as 1 because we wanted to jump 1 day for each box. Click OK. You'll notice now that it goes 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then it skips to 22. This could be really helpful also if you were doing, say, like a budget and you wanted to have certain months that you're going to make payments, but maybe you're going to drag that down. It can be a neat little trick to do things like that, or different dates, or just anything where you want to assign and pull dates, especially if you want to do specifically days of the week kind of dates. Now, as always, we want to get in the habit of saving our work when we've got a certain milestone reached. So I'm going to save this one. I'm going to name mine Excel 103 just for fun. I'm going to put mine on the desktop just so it's easy to access, but later, of course, I would put it away neatly into a folder. This just makes it easy to find for now. You can click Save, and I will see you in the next video.